What do I like in physics? There are many things, but one key strand here which I would like to mention is almost most of my interest in physics is just high school physics. Obviously, when I say high school physics, I am leaving out the concepts like black holes, high particle physics, dark matter, Higgs boson, and all those jazz. My love for physics stems from this idea that when I see things around me and I can explain them using the concepts which I have read in physics, that excites me a lot. When I used to teach physics as a tutor or a coach or whatever you might want to say, I had found a pattern that students who were in their class 9, 10, which means they have still not been exposed to calculus or sophisticated mathematics which is necessary for doing any serious work in physics. Their interest in physics is mostly in black holes. If I do not understand the mathematics of a physics concept, I believe that it is just a story. The moment you include mathematics into your physics concepts, it becomes alive. Now the abstraction is kind of complete and you have a better appreciation of what is happening and why it could be happening. When we talk about black holes, those are the things which our naked eye cannot observe. So definitely one part is the observation part is gone, and when you are in class 9 or 10, or rather let's say you are not exposed to mathematics, you also don't do the mathematics part. How are you going to analyze it and understand it, leave alone appreciate it? For you, the only way of appreciation could be some kind of an esoteric story about that concept. That is the place where I am coming from. I would like to understand the mathematics behind it, and that is how I appreciate physics. And honestly speaking, I have not read any substantial physics beyond high school physics, maybe because of shifting of interests. So let me tell you something about water. So over here I have a couple of water bottles, and I don't know if you can appreciate what I'm trying to demonstrate over here or not. But anyway, I will give it a shot and let's see how it goes. If I want to pour water here, see very carefully. I don't know if you were able to see it, but the water was forming something like a string, you see, string, right? And surface tension is the reason behind that. Now let me give you more explanation on this. Let's say you stretch a bed sheet. So you take a bed sheet and with 4 people tugging at the corners, 4 corners of the bed sheet, stretch it and try to place a heavy object in the middle. What will happen? It will be depressed in the middle, right? And a similar thing could be if you have a clothes line on which you hang your clothes. If let's say you hang your clothes in the middle, kind of a heavy wet cloth, so that clothes line will bend in the middle, right? So that kind of a property is like a property of a string or a property of a thread. So if you observe the flow of water carefully, you can feel that the flow of water is like a string or a thread. Now just going on to that analogy of heavy object on the bed sheet, let's say you see the surface of water and a small insect lands on that water. What will you see is that that insect kind of depresses the surface of water at around that point, and you would feel that the surface of water is behaving like a bed sheet. That is a very good demonstration and explanation of surface tension. Now that is my appreciation for physics. I don't know if you have seen those 20 liters big water bottles. Those are just used in the dispensers to get water in workplaces or parties. Once I was looking at that water bottle turned upside down on a dispenser, and what I saw was that the dispenser was not completely filled, and the water bottle also had water on it. My mind had a question there. Why is the water in the bottle not just getting inside the empty space in the dispenser? Now a thing which you must realize here is that there is no empty space, technically speaking. The empty space which is in the dispenser is air, and that air has a pressure. So that air pressure or the atmospheric air pressure is kind of balancing the water on that water bottle. Only that much of water can go in which is not balanced by the upward force of that air pressure. Now that was a pretty surreal, insightful moment for me. And these are the moments which I keep on experiencing from time to time. And all these have a common strand that they are of a high school level physics. I can understand the theory and I can somehow appreciate the maths of it as well. And this is how I think people can also develop a love and passion for physics. A lot of people approach physics with just the lens of mathematics, and a lot of people approach physics with just a lens of story. But people forget that you have an underlying binding theme, theoretical nature of physics. So if you have a theoretical basis of physics and you have mathematics in that theoretical basis, and also mathematics is kind of subsumed in the theoretical basis, then you can create some kind of a story in physics. And that will help you understand, appreciate and love physics. Not very high-fi scientific things like condensed matter physics, high-speed particle physics and whatnot. I don't even know those names. I'm just giving you keywords. You would know better than me. Let me know in your comments, what do you love about physics? What do you appreciate about physics? And why do you hate physics? Let's say you hate physics, so why you hate physics? And don't write those jokes about Newton giving the 3 laws when apples fell on him. That's a myth. Don't believe in such myths. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you're new.